It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A good start. One play, 10 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Off play action. Richardson. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Again, it's Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now it's Richardson. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
It's 4th down. 19 tight.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
This defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's DiMercado, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Richardson to the air on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Now 3rd down and very long. And Richardson back to throw it. Oh, Pascal able to hold that one in. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33.
It's 4th down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Garrett Williams. And the return this time will the 42-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first.
The give is to DeMercado.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down. Buchanan. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a first and goal.
A run. It's DeMercado. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there.
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
19 tight, 60 average, 60 average.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
On the ground, it's DeMarcano. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here's DeMarcano.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On third down, Buchanan.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
At the 13-yard line.
They go play action with Richardson. He'll let one go deep for downs.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 64 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
B.J. Ojulari. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
1 second, all that remains.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Running, DeMarcano. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cards are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
41-yard line.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Dragon 60. 19 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
Richardson going on 4th down.
He hits blue.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Here's Richardson to throw. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Richardson.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Taylor trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
To throw on 2nd down, Buchanan.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on 3rd down, Buchanan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. they've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
And now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run here with Taylor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And this time he is in.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Buchanan.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw. Buchanan. That is incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give for Taylor running right side.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the fourth quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Colts take over first and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
And Taylor going to pick up the Colts first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. They run once more with Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Off play action, Richardson.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Back to the air with Richardson.
He'll buy some time right.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and then get anywhere close to a 1st down.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He's got it to the 43 here.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
At the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor,
33 yards.
and the Colts are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Colts pick it up.
Racing to the end zone.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the wall. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Buchanan. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. There he goes, left side. There he goes again. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and through, and the lead is down to 24. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Richardson.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone...
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling?
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Now he's into the clear.
That keeps the score. Colts 51, Cardinals 21. Matt Gay to kick off for the Colts.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On the jump. 18 runners.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Colts, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.